inspired, and I'm just so glad to be in this space.
Beautiful people all celebrating the Black experience.
Biggest Black history marketplace in the UK.
Hello!
This is a phenomenal event.
Black Power!
Very excited to be here. Sick, absolutely sick.
Coming to the stage right now, we have brother Mfundishi, Jhutimus. He's gonna come up and give you a brief presentation about who you are, the captain of your ship. Come on, brother Mfundishi. Master of Kapugani, Meruneta, teaching since he was 20 years old. My brother, Mfundishi. Yeah.
Black Power! We can do better than that. Black Power! Brothers and sisters, you got to do that from your heart. You got to feel that all the way down to your toes. We are the ones we've been waiting for. You are here because the Creator sent you. And it is time for us to reprogram ourselves. Someone asked me, Mfundishi, do you believe in God? I said, no, I don't believe in God. I am the Creator. The Creator operates through me. I feel it. I don't have to believe it. Brothers and sisters, we are the original people on this planet. We are the creators of the sciences, the math, engineering, economics, spirituality. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Brothers and sisters, when I look at you, you're a beautiful diamond. You are a magnificent crystal. But somebody took that crystal and shattered it. And now we got pieces all around the world. We're in London. We're in UK. We're in the United States. We're in South America. We're throughout Asia. And our homeland is Africa. That's where that crystal was formed. We have to make Africa great again. And it doesn't matter where you live, because you live in your heart. Kwame Nkrumah said, you're not African because you were born in Africa. You're African because Africa was born in you. But I'm here in the UK to share this message with you. Pan-Africanism or perish. One of my teachers, Dr. Clark, said that 50 years ago. Let me say it again. Pan-Africanism or perish. Dr. Clark said, we have no friends in the world. If you study history, our kindness, our hospitality has been abused by everybody. The only real friend you have is you. It has to start with you. Then it starts with your family. Then it starts with your people. And then you can spread it to the rest of the world. But it starts at home first. We can solve all of our problems, but we have to change the way we think.
Man here, as a young youth coming into the community, it was absolutely outstanding. And to see a young youth come into the community, alright, follow the footsteps of the elders, right, and perform something like this is absolutely outstanding. I know he's going to do well, and he's been an entrepreneur, and he's got a big family. Come here, Missy. He's got a big family, because I know this lady as well has been a great inspiration to as well. And I just want to say thank you for giving us this opportunity, you know, for us as a people to get together and do our thing.
Products on the planet, more than gold, more than anything, more than oil. Sugar is in your bread, it's in your McDonald's, it's in your KFC, it's in everything. It's in your drinks. A sugar they make use white rum. A sugar that too. What they done was they took sugar industry from us and created their own industry. A white artificial sweetener, a poison made in their laboratories, which is cancer forming. On the take on the time and look on the mobile when I look on Google aspartame. Aspartame is cancer forming. When they use it in white mice, it created tumors in their brains. Saccharin is so cancer forming that they ban it already now. You're not going to find no drinks with saccharin. America ban it, and them no good. Sucralose. Wait, me not done. Wait till me tell you now. Because most of you out there are feeding this to your children. All the soft drinks them now from ginger beer, grape soda, the whole of them, they took out sugar. You know how they done that? They put the price of sugar, normal sugar tax went up. It was a scam. Because once you put sugar tax up, no manufacturer is now going to put sugar in their drinks, because now you're going to pay double for the same Coca-Cola. That's why the Coca-Cola bottle them gone smaller now. And every drink in the shop says zero. They want to zero your life. And I'm telling you this right now. Stop giving your children drinks with these artificial poisons which are cancer forming. I don't ask you if you believe what I'm saying. In fact, don't believe nothing. Go research it for yourself.
For me, events like this are so important. I think it's an opportunity to see just how many of us are doing amazing things within the community, our entrepreneurial spirit as black people, and just the sense of togetherness, being in an environment where you've got a like-minded people. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful event, and I'm so glad to be here today. Honestly, and I don't want to sound like all soppy, but I'm just really looking forward to just talking to people and, you know, spending time with like-minded people. You know, I love being in this kind of environment. So yeah, that's the togetherness of the events. For me, I think seeing other entrepreneurs is so important, particularly to our children. My daughters have been inspired to start a business, and of course they come across challenges, and I think them seeing other people, particularly older people, thriving with their businesses is so inspiring for them. And it's so important that we put our children in spaces like this, because as we know, the corporate world or the working world doesn't work for all of us. And seeing people thriving as entrepreneurs is just, I mean, even for me as an adult, I'm very inspired, and I'm just so glad to be in this space. Thanks for having us.
Came up to my table and asked me, was I African American? I said, no, I'm an African who lives in America. You have to be able to know who you are so that you know where you're going. And brothers and sisters, you have to have a plan. A plan. And your plan has to have a date on it, or it's just a wish. If you want to go from here to Timbuktu and you don't have a map, you could be in for a rude awakening. So you need a spiritual plan, and your spiritual plan needs to encompass the economics, your defense. To develop something and not be able to protect it is like not having it at all. Madu Nature is our classical language. What is classical? It's the best that you have to offer. And so in America, our classical music is jazz, created by African people, based upon African rhythms that come from the continent. Our classical language, which means the best that you have to offer, is the Madu Nature. There's over 500 African languages that still have Madu Nature words in it and concepts, just like it was in ancient Kemet. And for those people who don't know, ancient Kemet is what they call Egypt. Egypt is a name created by the Greeks. We call it Tameri, the beloved land. We call it Sematawi, the united two lands. And we call it Kemet, the black land. And we call ourselves the Remech. Remech means the original people. doesn't mean that everybody was this color. We had every color in ancient Kemet, from extremely dark to extremely light. But we were not divided and conquered based upon color. That's a modern thing. You know, there were African Greeks, there were African Romans. You took on the personification of the language you spoke in the country you were in. Racism was just created yesterday. Dr. Clark would say, if you can put African history on a clock that represent 1 hour, we were in charge for 59 minutes. I'll say it again. If you look at world history and civilization, and it encountered 1 hour, for 59 minutes, we were in charge.
Well, I just want to say congratulations to Andrew and everybody who made today possible. As somebody who grew up about a mile from here, I'm very, very gratified, very proud. I feel very uplifted to have been part of such a wonderful event. It's good for Birmingham, it's good for the community at large, and it's good to see so many young black entrepreneurs coming through, people sharing knowledge and positivity for our community. I'm very, very proud of what people have been able to achieve here, and I just want to see it grow from strength to strength. I'll be back next year, mob-handed next time.
Let's put some music together. Hey, let's go. I share my misconceptions, talking suggestions, living resurrection. Come back as a reflection. Listen to great stereotype perceptions. Niggas have no right to be your celestial. These things till I make my first album. Back on my toes like a mannequin, I'm grafting. Somebody asked me, yo, what's happening? For the young lad, it's time for relaxing. Sipping a ricochet, the rhythm of a pain. I've got this vision ingrained in my brain. I didn't twist the mic and make it the way. Cause what's nice is not when you fade. Into the mad city, you dissipate. Feeling ever ready, I'm feeling hey, up in every level.
Today was so good. I'm S.Rica and I performed and the crowd was going crazy. There were so many people here today. The place was packed out. The vibes was good. Everything blessed.
It's a great event, and one thing that I admire about this event, I've been exhibiting for over 10 years. I exhibit at the Olympia, at the Excel, and as far as the community is concerned, this is the most organized event I've been to. If you haven't been here today, you've missed something. And all exhibitors that's got natural products or whatever you're doing for the community, this is the event that you need to be. Andrew has organised this brilliantly. He's got a good crowd through the door. I'm already looking forward to next year, so I hope this is going to be on next year. So people, get together, support. This is something good, we should all be here. The job Andrew's doing, he's doing a good job. It's an important job, and it's a job that's needed within our community. Few events at this scale. I was very impressed. From the moment I walked in to set up, I was impressed with the organisation. So Andrew, you're doing a great job. You're doing a job that's needed. The community, we need to get behind guys like Andrew, because he seems to be a couple of steps ahead.
You were divine, you would treat each other different. We used to treat each other in Madhu Nature we have a preposition before the noun. If we want to talk about something divine, we say in nature, in pata. That means to pata, to something great. But if we talked about black people, we said in kemeta'u, kemeta'u. So black people in ancient Kemet in the Nile Valley used to treat ourselves the same way we treated divinity. The second sacred temple is your heart. And your heart is operating even before this is operating. The heart is beating before this is developed. And that's why your parents, especially your moms, will tell you, follow your heart. And your heart has to coincide with the consciousness here. When your spiritual heart is connected to your spiritual consciousness, now you're ready to evolve to the fourth and fifth dimension.
Being here today, because it's such a big event, like we're so honored to be able to vend here, because there's just so many like amazing people here, and I really can't wait to see what everybody's brought today. Me and my sister, we've found like through like going to other people's events and stuff like that, like you can learn a lot, and it's like so much easier working for yourself as well. So yeah.
Give Queen Diambi your energy. Hands together for Queen Diambi. Hands together.
Family, we are going to do some housekeeping first before I get into the nitty-gritty of my talk. Before I even start officially, I need to pour at least libation. And normally in our tradition, it would be a high priest who has to pour the libation. It's not a queen who should pour the libation. But since my high priest is already busy somewhere, he went on for another appointment. I will be pouring libation to start talking to you. The reason why we pour libation is first of all to celebrate life, because water is life. Water is the symbol of life. We all start there. We all start in the womb of the earth, which are the oceans, or in the womb of our mother, where we have the amniotic liquid. So the mother and life is represented by this water. The second thing is that water purifies and water cleans up. And we have a lot of things to clean up. We do have a lot of things to clean up, including our own behaviors in presence of things that are sacred. I saw elders come here and give amazing speeches and lectures with information that can save your life, can save your child's life. Water can cleanse us from also all the pain and the hurt we've gone through that are continuing to foster these type of behaviors, because these behaviors are not serving us well. So whatever behavior we have adopted, just because we were in pain and we had to cope and survive, it was okay then, but it's no longer okay now. The third thing is that water is the strongest body that you can ever imagine. It's stronger than a rock. You can ask a rock about water. Water goes everywhere. Water is not afraid of anything or anyone. No matter how hard the path is, no matter how impossible it may be, water always finds a way through. So the same way, we will find a way through. We have to appeal and call to this strength. We are made mostly of water. Actually, we are made mostly of space. But whatever is else, I think we're only 10% of non-space, 90% of space, and whatever is 10% is what we see. And in that 10%, 70% of that is water. But most of us is really space. I'm going to just pour libation to recognize the ancestors that have come in front of us, before us. For all the ancestors that have been in the struggle, that have done everything to foster life, to make sure that life was going to go through. If we take account of how many people it took just to make one human being today, all the people that are in the DNA, those are our ancestors. So this is why I pour libation for all the people here, all the ancestors of all the people here, to honor them. All the ancestors. I pour this libation for all our spirits here collectively. I pour libation for all the ancestors that were made it possible for us to gain the knowledge we do today and the wisdom we have earned after studying and reading and sitting by their feet, and they have departed. They've done their work and they have left for us the work to do. So these are the ancestors for whom I pour libation. I pour libation for the children, for the future, the spirits that are not here yet, but are here to come, telling them we promise that we will live our life to prepare for them to have a better world when they come. I pour libation for all the tears that we've shed, thinking we were not enough, thinking we will not make it, and yet here we are. All of us made it. I pour libation to the spirit of all the elders who have come and shared their knowledge and worked with you to explain what they had to explain so you can grow spiritually. I pour libation for all the other rulers and kings that were here today, are here today, for their spirit, for them to carry forward with their work and their strength. I pour libation for the spirit of all the elders of the drums, because the drummers, as you know, are our high priests, and they align vibration. I pour libation for all our good intention to be good people, decent human being. Thank you. May this event be something that leaves you with more than what you came. Not so much of me or anybody pouring anything into you, but from you to discover from yourself, because you are already complete. You don't need anything to be added to you. You are perfect as you are. We have, as you see, a big challenge with the crowd on the other side. So we're going to do a practice together to unify our consciousness and to create a sacred space. We already did the libation. I'm going to ask you to rise up. Everybody on their feet. Everybody on their feet. Everybody on their feet. Voila. Very good. I'm going to chant a musical phrase, and I want you to repeat what I chant. And before you do that, I want you to stamp your feet, because our drummer is gone. So let's stamp our feet. One. I want to hear it. Yes, to the cadence. Come on. Everybody stamp your feet. When I say Iyalele, Iyolele, I want you to repeat after me. Iyolele, Iyolele, oh. We calling Iyolele, Iyolele, oh. Put your heart in it. Iyolele, Iyolele, oh. Iyolele, Iyolele, oh. Iyolele, Iyolele, oh. Iyolele, Iyolele, oh. Stand. Iyolele, Iyolele, oh. Iyolele, Iyolele, oh. This is how we do. This is how we do it when we are together. This is how we shut it down when we are together. Our voice is louder and clearer when we are together. I'm not a singer, I'm definitely not a singer, but I feel so much more courageous when I know you're right there by me and you're not judging me, because the purpose is to be together. First of all, thank you very much for welcoming me. We had to take care of ourselves. This is how we do. We have to clean house first. We cannot complain about everything is not okay. People are not respecting us. Oh, wow, we are black. We did. No. Take care of your house first. Clean up first. And this is why we are here together.
I was really kind of surprised when I walked in about the size of the event. And then someone was saying to me about, oh yeah, you used to put on events like this back in the 1990s with the conferences in Manchester. I said, we didn't do anything this size. You know, I said, this is new, these young guys coming through, they're carrying the mantle through so damn well. And this today's made me feel really good and happy as an elder. I feel really happy. The proof of the pudding's in the eating, and it's what you actually see in front of you. This is a phenomenal event. Like I say about his work, it's fantastic. I just love seeing people doing exchange, and you know, the ideas that people have got, and you know, I love looking at the art and the brightness of everything. That's my little thing. It's vital to keep pushing these ideas about doing the business. And just the fact that we're seeing so many people who are trading. I always carry a cowrie shell with me in my purse, and it's the essence of African trade. So when I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this kind of market, love it, absolutely love it.
Good afternoon. Black power and black love, my people. At this moment, we're bringing my brothers to the stage. These are my brothers for over a decade. We've been building and growing together now across the world. This is our first international trip together as a band of brothers, bringing a message of kindness and love and respect and dignity back to our African race. And I'm glad y'all are following the footsteps of our great ancestors like Dr. Ben, Dr. Felder, and Dr. Clark. We love you, and I think the people are ready to hear you. So please put together first time in Birmingham, speaking live, Red Pill, Blue Pill, Brooklyn, Harlem, in the building, right? Come over for Red and Blue Pill, yeah.
Love and light to the family. This is your brother Red Pill. First and foremost, I want to say how impressed I am by the Birmingham Veg, because they said don't say ham. The Birmingham Veg family, the London family, the Leeds family, everybody that we've come across ever since we've been in the UK has been nothing but beautiful and so exhilarating, especially coming from the States. Please give yourselves a hand, yo. I'm telling you, I'm thoroughly impressed by how serious the family is taking this consciousness and how dedicated the family is just by looking at the vendors. Right? How forward, you know, all of the products are. How dedicated to health and wellness the products are. How dedicated to the babies. If you go and look at all of the vendors, there's like about 30% of them that are doing products for the future, for the children. Something that is very, very important, the way that we break the cycle. So we don't become elders and start asking questions about what went wrong. Salute to all of the Mandem that are taking time out to teach the babies about who they are and the greatness and who they're not. Because if you're gonna teach somebody who they are, you still have to teach them who they're not. Because the minute they get in the car, the radio is gonna try to tell them who they're not. The minute they turn on the TV is gonna tell them who they're not. You know, Peppa Pig, the little TV shows. they're gonna tell them who they're not. You got little European kids waving wands and whatnot, being magicians. And then the babies see that, and then when they see you doing magic, they're like, nah, that's not right. You don't look like Harry Potter. We in the house burning smudge. We trying to smudge the house. They like, nah, that's sacrilegious. You're like, damn, but you're just looking at Harry Potter. You didn't have a problem with that. We have to imbue our greatness on these children. I just did an interview back there, and the brother said, what message can I leave with London, or that I can leave with the UK? And the most resounding message that I will leave y'all with is the one that Blue just said about the fact that we all have to connect.
They have this whole aspect of a body of water separating us as a people. That same body of water that's, our people were allegedly accosted from one part of the planet and brought to the other part of the planet, And for the life of me, I cannot figure out why that reverse migration has not taken place as of yet. So we want to build an ethereal bridge that links the family in the States back to the family in the kingdom, so we can build an even bigger bridge to bring all of the family back to the continent. I remember going to the UN, and a brother in the UN said, you Americans are spoiled. If you really wanted to get out of the US, you would have been got out. He said, I got somebody that's upstairs from Senegal that's 18 years old. He said he swam over here on an inner tube from Senegal. That's how bad he wanted it. You could get on a flight, you could get on a boat, you could do anything to come on over, and we make excuse after excuse after excuse as to why we're not making this connection. The connection is long overdue, and I'm beyond thrilled that we had the opportunity to do it ourselves, because now we are going to become the ambassadors once we go home to let people know that there is a whole body of family on the other side waiting for them. And once we can unify these two principles, these two pillars of our existence, like we said, then we can deal with the middle pillar, that third pillar, the largest pillar, the continent.
There's a trifecta at play right now. There's actually 4. It's not a trifecta, it's the mighty 4. It's the Caribbean. Hands up, everybody from the Caribbean. Yeah, gunshots, legal. Mandem, we from Flatbush, Brooklyn, so, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, legal shots, yeah. Rinse the ting, man, yeah. Yeah, we done know. You know what I mean? I'm Haitian by association. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jamaican on vacation. Like, that's who we grew up with. That's my heart. Some of my best friends, the people, who we was in a sandbox from the Caribbean. My mama, my grandmama, St. Croix, Virgin Islands. So we got the Caribbean. We got the UK. We got the States, America. And then we got the continent, 4 corners. When we connect those dots, we are unstoppable. I promise you.
Andrew since he was 15, and I knew he had that kind of potential from 15. You could see it in him, and the potential that he had then has borne fruits. So it's wonderful. He's kept on track. He had his Whisper magazine. He self-produced it. He went around the community distributing it, networking, making contacts. We've kept as good friends ever since that. Business, producing my stationery and all that kind of stuff. And then recently we were in Ghana together. I'm networking, I'm meeting brothers and sisters, and we're sharing, and we're reminiscing, and we're just enjoying a great energy here. But also we're doing business, so we're supporting the local stalls, we're buying, we produce, what people have produced. Kind of wonderful concept where you have the market, but you have the presentation, the speeches, the whole thing of showing and demonstrating that as a community we can provide businesses, and we can provide the thoughts and theories that underpin our good practices and so on. We're walking with a with their bags, they're filling them with produce, and we're supporting each other. We're exchanging phone numbers and emails and so forth. Wonderful.
Look in your beauty's timeless. Ain't gonna lie, you be the finest. But women are bleaching their skin back home, and that's to be the lightest. Western beauty, now they don't like us. Your attributes, they be priceless. That's what they do to divide us. But they won't succeed, come with titans. Hang on, let me be clear. Without you, I wouldn't be here. But we don't understand we fair. Don't worry, your freedom's near. Wondering why I'm wearing a frown. Girls in Nigeria ain't been found. Look in the media, don't make a sound. Endless cycle, round and round. If you got an afro, then wear it. If you got short hair, don't fear it. Knowledge for the sisters, share it. Black and proud, yeah, I wanna hear it. If you got an afro, let me see. If you got short hair, let it be. I'm not saying that you can't wear a weave, but your natural hair, let it breathe. Beautiful black queen, melanin so deep. Beautiful black queen, you're my family. Beautiful black queen, melanin so deep. Beautiful black queen, you're my family.
I'm 42 years in medicine. I've spent all my life researching. Now you research for your elders and for your juniors and the next generation. And stop, give your people, your body, your next generation poisons, and then wonder how we got cancer in the breast and how we got cancer in the prostate. Want to stop poisoning yourself. The hair shampoo, the skin cream, it have a thing in their name, sodium lauryl sulfate. It is cancer forming. It's in the bubble bath or in the children and bubble bath. Una kill off and pick them. This is Black History Month. It's no sense we stand here and talk about a future if we're killing off ourselves. Hello? We're not going to talk about future if we're not killing ourselves today. We're not going to have no future. So I'm done. I'm going to stop killing yourself. Be more aware of what is going inside your mouth. Not tired for look on the labels up and read it. Bring on a magnifying glass because they might make the something smaller and smaller because they don't want to read nothing. In the hospitals, every hospital should have charcoal in the emergency room. When someone overdoses, you give them charcoal. So hello, what you think me do? When somebody depend amlodipine, Istin, Adalat, Frusamide, Benjafrusamide, Ramipril, all of these injection, the analgesic for the headache, amitriptyline, and the list goes on. I use this charcoal to draw out all the poisons out of the body so that you suffer with less side effects. Because you're not supposed to take poison in our own body anyway. But God bless you now. My dad at the back of the table. There, sir. Thank you for having me. Preserve yourself first before you preserve a nation. Because you can't preserve everybody. You can only preserve you first. Blessed love.
Fantastic. It's been fabulous. I didn't think it was going to be like this. And other people who've been here, they weren't expecting the event to be so big. And they're promising that they're going to come back next year, which next year is going to be it's going to be bigger. So if you used to check the door, how many people pass through, it's a tremendous amount. I've seen them come and go, but it's a constant coming and going. So it's very big here today, massive plays, massive. And it hasn't finished. Let's hope that it goes on for 10 years to go with the 10 books, the Black History Activity books, written by the author, Andrew Linder.
Andrew, we need you on the stage. Forget this interview. We gotta go. Come on, brother. Come on up. Come on up. Yes. What you got to say to the people? Andrew P. Lindo, my little brother. What you got to say?
I'd like to say thank you for everyone that came out. Today's been an amazing day. I couldn't have done it without the support of everyone that came out and people that promoted the event. So everyone that promoted the event. We're standing. I've been standing all day and my feet are throbbing real bad. So I'd like to thank everyone out there that's still here for coming out. It's been an amazing day. God willing, we'll be back next year with wonderful people like the Queen Diambi, our good brother Nova, Jhutimus, It's been an amazing week. It's not finished yet. Our brother Red Pill and Blue Pill that come all the way from the States. So, you know, thanks to everyone that came out, Jatali for sponsoring the event. Without our sponsors, this event would not happen.
Give it up to Andrew Lindo. Give him some energy. Hold on, stay up there. Come on, let these people give you some praise. This is the man right here that put on this program. This is the man that organized across oceans people to come here. He put this together for not himself, not his pockets, because I know he didn't make no money. Trust me, he put this on for his family here in Birmingham. This man is black people first, Birmingham second. He loves the town that he was born in. He loves all of you. He loves his black people. So please, on your feet for Andrew Lindo, your brother, right here from Birmingham, from Brum, Aston. Yes. Give him some more. Yes. Yes. Can he take his bow? Can he take his bow? I think you did it. And I told him this event was going to be rammed. It was going to be beautiful. It was going to be, like I said, blacktastic, blacknificent, a BB Toomey, and everything in between.
Looking for the answers I can't find. No silver lining. I have my reasons. Life has its lessons. I try to be grateful and count all my blessings, but heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Amen in Jesus' name, yes I declare it. Any little seed I receive, I have to share it. Brothers wanna break me down, I can't bear it. But heavy is the head with the crown, I still wear it. You can't hold me down, I still cope. Rain falling down in the bricks, I'm so soaked. Trying to put a hole in my cabin, we'll build boats. 2 birds with 1 stone, I kill both. Pray and never lose, I pray and never hit the shelf. Promise if I did it, you'll be checking on my health. If it's for my people, I do anything to help. If I do it out of love, it's not to benefit myself. Gotta stay alive and make a comeback too. I know my only mother wants to come back too. The saying of the voice of the young black youths, and then I say, alright, cool, cause I look like you. Searching every corner of my mind.
Look for the answers. Looking for the answers I can't find. No, I can find them. No silver lining.
I have my reasons and life has its lessons. I try to be grateful and count all my blessings, but heavy is the head that wears the crown.
When I blow my bag, the battle begins. We fight for our freedom, and we always win. Nanny of the Maroons, that's what they call me. I am the leader who allowed us to be free. I am a legend, standing proud and tall. I am a woman who led an army in war.
So let's start off by saying thank you, Andrew. You did it. Super, wonderful, excellent. Just a success, down to your vision, down to your persistence, down to your hard work. It's come together, and just the energy, the vibe, the love, but also, yeah, a demonstration of what we can do and what we are doing. It's been a brilliant day. Well done, well done. Keep it up, and bigger and better next year. All right, great, thank you.
It's going wonderful, you know. Very excited to be here. It's been a lovely turnout. I'm not gonna lie, there's so much businesses here that I was not aware of before, but I'm aware of now. So much different things as well. I just seen a kid, I swear to ya, I'm going to get £40 right now and get a hoodie from him. Sick, absolutely sick. And this is a necessity. It's the awareness kind of that everyone needs. You don't get to see everyone's businesses on a day-to-day basis. Some of them, you will not stumble across them on social media platforms. So just seeing people face to face, kind of interacting, getting to know what their business is about, very essential, very essential. So I think more and more people need to be coming down to things like this, definitely. To me, it's a big success and he should be proud. Like I said to Andrew before, many times, he's like a big brother to me, you get what I'm saying? It's very inspirational. Things like this don't happen often, you get what I'm saying? And for him to be the creative mind behind this and putting this all together, trust me, it's a big move. My store's been sick, yeah? It's been going off still, it's been going off. I was like, I keep seeing you on the screen, and I was like, I looked over just a while ago and I seen it. Just as we were speaking, I've just seen it as well. So I'm very proud of that still, trust me. Blessings.
Finally here, so he literally set everything up and it's looking okay. So honestly, there's some absolutely fantastic vendors, each with their own unique ideas, their own influences on how they want to change the world and change the culture. And it's fantastic. So literally, there's like a morning full of networking, swapping over business cards and arranging meetings in the future. So yeah, it's really good. It's a really good event for networking as well. Like I said in my previous interview, there's a lot of history that's been lost. So through these kind of events, it's a good way of other vendors and other sort of businesses, if they've learned any new information, sharing it as well, and that way we can all grow as a community. So it's really important.
I'm very honored. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm very emotional when it comes to that. This is the first book ever with my name on it. So it's an honor to me, but it's also an honor to my people, and especially to all our ancestors together, because it's a testimony to our strength. Because when we look at our history, we know where we come from. We know what we had to overcome for us to be on the cover of a book as represented as queen. I myself, like a lot of the little princesses that I see here today in front of me, I've never seen a queen, an African queen before in my life. Every reference was completely different than what I looked like. I didn't even know they had such thing as kingdoms in Africa. I didn't know anything. I was about maybe 13. My parents felt that I needed to know English, and now I understand why. So I started here with my English. So I then became a little bit more Americanized as I went and did my university studies in the US, and I lived in the US. So I have kind of like a Yankee accent a little bit. So I think that twang, you call it, I have a twang between African and French. It's like a cocktail of who we are. So you are fluent in French? Oui, absolument, je parle français parfaitement, c'est la langue maternelle. Dans le parapluie, Lingala is a language from Congo. Jumba Chiluba Kakes is a language of my people, my tribe. Ik spreek een beetje Nederlands ook. Ik woon in België, so I speak Netherlands, I speak Dutch, I speak Spanish as well, and I understand Portuguese very well. I'm also queen in Brazil. I was crowned in March 4th, I was crowned in Brazil, queen of the Bantu people of Brazil, queen of the African descent of Brazil. The story is quite interesting. I have some witnesses there who are with me, and the story
story is quite interesting because the year before, 2017, I was in Brazil, and as I was crossing and traveling across Brazil, and I was hearing about the difficulties we went through again, the same story, the same challenges ahead, I reminded my brothers and sisters of Brazil that they made of Brazil Africa, that Africa is becoming an African land everywhere we are. And not only that, but in Brazil, we are also the majority. So Brazil is really an African country.
I am here for Black History Activity Books. Andrew and his amazing team. What do I think of Andrew and his books? Well, it's cultural education, so important. We know what's going on in our streets right now. One of the solutions, or the many solutions, is having our people engage in their culture in a positive way, a positive sense of self, which creates greatness into the future. It creates a high regard for self. Look like Andrew's range is very important in terms of engaging our young people in their culture from a very young age. You can see there's a range of black businesses right here that may not necessarily always get a platform to show their products in one solid place. We have those big symposiums around London, around the world, where people get to feature their products. And this is a prime example of doing on a community grassroots level. It's a beautiful thing. I'm taking away that we can produce a quality product, a quality event. What I like about this event is each vendor has a high quality brand. Some events you go to, people might be selling similar things, but you've got a whole range of community right here, from clothes to mugs to books, shea butter products, beauty products, variety. It's a beautiful thing. I love it, loving it.
I have to say, last year was phenomenal. I couldn't believe the turnout that was last year. I knew I had to be here. Starting a business, you can sometimes struggle to keep up your motivation, so it's extremely important for us to support each other, stick together and do all those things that are free. So like each other's posts, comment, share. So it's 100% really important for us to all stick together.
It's the crown I wear when I go towards people, towards other lands. And it's really a crown that manifests my desire and the desire of my people. Because let's make it clear, when I say I don't talk about myself. When I say I, it's I as a people. So it's not an individual thing, it's a people. So I, as the Bakalutu people of Kasai, the Congo people, are going, it's like a gesture and a message of peace and love, of asking for the permission to come and be greeted, to ask for the permission to be acknowledged, to also ask for friendship, to also ask you to welcome me as a family member. So it has a lot of significance as I come humbly to request you to welcome me. And when you do, I'm thankful for that. So that's what it is. The jewelry I wear, some of it is really more sacred. Most of it is actually sacred. You cannot normally touch hair at this point. That's okay. You didn't know. So all the jewelry I wear, most of it is sacred jewelry, because it has been prayed upon, so that I continue to remind myself everywhere I go what's the purpose of my mission, not to forget. So if I have many signs showing me about the serpent is the healer, is the great healer, and he's also the first symbol of the universe, how we represent the universe. A serpent swallowing itself, which means that it's no beginning, no end. So it's a never-ending circle of life. So that's what it represents. And then you have a lot of universe, spirals to represent the Milky Way and the deepness of the universe, but we really don't know how deeper it is. Well, when I wear the crown, of course, I cannot have shed tears, okay? Because that would mean that my entire people is crying. So I cannot shed tears. But I am really tearing of joy right now, because if for nothing, I've changed the world. If for nothing else, I have a little girl that looks like me, that can look up to me and say, I want to be like her.
The event's been amazing, getting great feedback. It's just been joyful to be here. Whole team supporting, putting in work. Lots of words right now.
Beautiful turnout, amazing. A lot of lovely people around, great stalls, you know, great acts, great music. You know, there was just a fire show. So, beautiful, great day, great food and whatnot. Children's, you know, amendments and facilities. I'm surprised. I can't believe it. Couldn't believe it that they were so organised.
Better than last year.
Yeah, way bigger than last year. Yeah, honestly, yeah, man. Big up yourself, man.
Gotta be like any bigger. Need any seat.
And it's so nice to support Black History Activity, but so much work in the community and they work with people so well. This is such a family event. Last year it was really, really big, but this year it's even bigger. There's function rooms, it's such a good family event, so I'm really happy to be part of this event and working with Black History Activity, but to being here today to represent the far right and the right.
Just as this particular system that you exist in and you feel that there's a level of oppression, they're not going to tell you your history. It's the same way that the people in the States, you know, are not going to tell you how great you are. Because either one, they don't know, or two, they can't see the significance. So nobody ever told us that this was going on. Nobody ever told us that our people were in their glory here in the UK. No one made it an emphasis to say, look, we have to go back over there to make this connection. Why? And communication is at an all-time high. People got all these expensive phones, right? You can live stream, you can do things instantaneous. So why is not the information and the connection between these communities taking place? Well, Americans, they say that the British are a little snooty, okay? But Black Americans is hella snooty. They're very bougie with their privilege, being that they're so close to the European. They don't want to share that privilege, unfortunately. And they're not willing to step outside of themselves and see themselves as a singular force. So you're looking at somebody who's more dependent. But the rest of the world is looking at that man like he's independent. The rest of the world want to follow the Black American. The Black American is lost. When we come in here and we see this is the people who have found themselves. Support. Look at the family, like he said. Any people whose mindset is focused on the future and not themselves in the present, those are people who are forward thinking. Those are people who still have Caribbean and African roots. What do people with Caribbean and African roots do? They sacrifice for their children. But unfortunately, where we come from, you know, that stuff doesn't last past one generation because they become Americanized. And to become Americanized is to become selfish. It's to only think about you in the very particular moment. People stop thinking about mommy. They stop thinking about granny. They stop thinking about that little island that they came from. And they want to get with whatever is going on at the particular moment in America. But luckily, there's a small contingency of people in that particular country who want to move forward, who want to make these connections, who want to build these bridges. And that's who we represent. And we're going to do everything in our power to get this message out. It only took us 6 hours to get here. That's one more hour than it takes to go to LA. What's the excuse? We can start entire cultural exchange programs, right? You get one of these nice homes and bring the family over here and allow people to culturally exchange. We could go to these museums and start, you know, tearing the roof off and decoding these things. There's so much power in decoding. There are no secrets, there's only mysteries. But once you demystify something, okay, then you have a different level of control over it. You have the ability to stand on top of it. And that's the power of knowledge. So we want to build a bridge. We want to open up the channel of communication so this information can continuously flow. So we could bring more of our master teachers over here. We could bring more of the student body to come into these institutions and do the research. We really appreciate the opportunity to bear witness to this in real time. Because even if I was looking at this online, I couldn't get the full appreciation of the energy in this room. I couldn't get the full appreciation of the fact that when I see melanated people, I see melanated men with families, all right? Pushing strollers, you know, full family units, young family units. You see speckles of that back home, but it's not enough. You have to develop that thing about yourself. Like he said, you got to hold your head up. You got to know that you on to something. You know what I'm saying? And if they're not giving you the energy that you need, then you got to look elsewhere. The continent needs you because everybody else is running down on them and taking their piece. All is possible. The future is yours. It's a wonderful opportunity that stands in front of you because you can actually make this thing happen. Why? Because people have counted you out already. They're not even looking. You're non-expected. They already got their back turns to you. You know what I'm saying? And you could come like a tidal wave and do everything that needs to be done. Because as long as you have the unity that exists in this building, you can build up your own community. You can support your people. You can reciprocate that melanated dollar. You can build riches and wealth. And before you know it, you are in power and able to do things that extend beyond these fictional borders of what we consider to be the United Kingdom. Everywhere is our home. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere where you find us, it's our home.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So with that being said, I would leave you with this. For the people that you see around us that are giving out products and services, you are responsible for supporting them. This small number that we have right here, in about 5 years, it can multiply by 100. Remember, the family that's outside of these doors that are asleep, they're watching you. You don't know if they're watching. You might not realize it, but they're paying attention to you. You're telling them about consciousness, about the history and everything, and they're trying to ignore that. Like, I don't want to hear that. But when you going that way, they like, which way is he going? We are responsible for each other. If we want to convince our family that this is where it's at, we got to start supporting each other. Health is wealth. We got to get on a healthy tip. They got to see your skin shining. They have to see your health improve. They have to see you happy. You feel me? They have to see a change. And when those who love you see you change, they're going to love you even more by doing something to change themselves. One of the greatest illusions that our adversaries have over us is they convinced us that we're not great. And then they convinced us that they're greater than us. That is the illest trick that they played on us. How do they do it? There's a three-headed monster. One is media. Every time you turn on your TV, every time you go into the movie theater, every time that you even open up a book or a magazine, here they go reinforcing the myth. The public educational fool system, right? They all came together and they created a curriculum that completely eradicated what it is, your contribution to history, to the present and the future. So now we have issues of inferiority complexes. And then the third is the controlled religion, okay? And I'm a duck because I don't want to get hit with a chair, but yeah, the meaning of religion is to tie down. And those who control it, I said control religion, not the religion of the old-time fathers and mothers, the religion that they control. That's how they got our people basically in a place of mental, they call it menticide. It's an aspect of genocide. It's when your mind is dead. So in order to break the illusion and to see your people as 100 feet tall, like those statues in Kemet, you're going to have to see yourself in a different light. Don't allow what you see on YouTube to separate and to break up what it is that you have here right now. A lot of the stuff coming out of America off of that YouTube is toxic. It is toxic. It's unregulated Negro madness. Some of your favorite teachers are leechers. And look at, a lot of them are on milk boxes right now because the people in America caught on to the BS. Don't fall victim to it. Don't allow them to break up your communities over petty things like my God is better than yours. You know what I'm saying? Left-handed people are better than right-handed people. And all of these other things. Focus on unity, focus on love, and focus on the good thing that y'all have here. Don't worry about if a person is from the continent and you from here. No, together we gonna win. Because them people that's after this on our tails, they working together. They not disunified. So with that being said, peace to the family, love and light. One.
and I see all the different countries he's going to, the books he's got out, and it's really doing a lot for the youth. So it's amazing. There's a lot of things happening sort of Manchester or in London, but Birmingham, I think this event puts it on the map. In addition to all the other shows, I know there's ones about natural hair and beauty, but this one, it opens it up to all the other industries, so I think it's really important.
I got here about like an hour ago. Big, everyone's doing their thing, like loads of good stuff here, lots of good vendors. Everyone's pushing the ticket out next year. I've come here with little piece of money and I wish that I came with some more money in my pocket. It's really, really good supporting people, black people, everyone's doing their thing. I feel like black people need to support each other all the time, like just the ideas that individuals have, especially black people, like the desire that they inspire, everything like that. I feel like it's really important, and I feel like we should have it more than once a year. I feel like whenever we can, we need to hold events like this to see a lot of people get together and just a chance to just meet new people and mingle and just, even if you're thinking of new business ideas, just put it out there to the world, innit?
But we just think that we wanted to be a part of such events. So that is one of the reasons why we're here today, to celebrate Andrew's book launch as well. And I didn't know that there were so many black businesses. I've been to some fairs, but to be honest, I mean, you know, we live in London and then we come out to the Midlands. It's not our first time coming to the Midlands, but now we're here again, we're seeing different businesses. So I think this is a platform where it's good to network with other people, and then we can empower each other, because that's what we're here for.
Black History Event Activity Books, shout out to Lindo, he's done an amazing job bringing the community together so we can all raise and level up and show our potential. A great event, and it's going to be an amazing day.
The biggest Black History market in the UK, so if you're not here, then it would be very silly if you weren't. Like, you have to be here. I think like I hear too much that like black people don't support, which is like a massive myth, because you can see just looking around that black people always support. It's important, brings the community together, and it's inspiring. So it's good that he's put the event on today. What he's doing is really good, especially for the kids as well. It gives them something to look up to, and gives them something to do, but in a creative way, which is good, because he wants to read like a boring book, sit there for hours, try and process the information. Whereas with the colouring books, it's a little bit easier, isn't it? So yeah.
Good friend of Andrew's, I've known Andrew for a while, but aside from that though, it's just a good type thing to get black people together, as a community, there's an event going on, things to meet people, and just to support the black community and things that we're doing, positive things that we're doing really, so yeah. It's going well, it's like pretty packed. I'm gonna go get some food in a minute. I've been working all day, but yeah man, it's going really well so far. Like, I'm enjoying myself, good vibes, nice event, nice people, like great, it's great. Oh, like, Andrew's now he's doing big things, man. He's doing big things because I've known him since way back, like since he had the Whisper magazine. I've done like little bits in there and that. So like obviously Andrew's been pushing this agenda and pushing like positivity in the community for ages now. Like this is just the next step, and there's always more to go and always things to do. So I can't wait to see where it takes it.
Of our greatness, who we are. The elders were here. Red pill, blue pill, all the other elders were here to talk about how great we are. We come from a long line of civilization builders, and it's not a joke. Oh, it was long time ago. It was in Egypt somewhere, in Kemet. It was long time ago. We lost the contact with that. No, we have not. And every single one of you has a direct link with everything that we have ever created on this planet. We only left Africa 70,000 years ago. Before that, we had mastered life in Africa. We didn't destroy our environment. We created several civilizations. Kama is only one of the last ones. Kemet. I call it Kama because that's how we call Africa in Lingala, Kama. Kemet is only one of the last ones. But before Kemet, there were other ones, all the way down to South Africa. There's many secrets of archaeology that I'm not talking to you about. From science of medicine to mathematics, we are always the champion. We are always right there. So we've had indeed a lot of challenges. But what speaks to me is to see that we are here today. We are still here today. And believe it or not, brighter, smarter, stronger, more creative, because we have reinvented Africa all across the planet. Although on that stage of migration out of Africa was not a voluntary migration, because I must admit, for a king that I am, it would have been difficult to tell people, you know, just leave paradise and just go and, you know, work in a forced labor camp somewhere else for somebody else. None of our people would have liked to do that. However, I'm sure that if people had come with a collaborative effort to try to work in Africa and work with Africans to go and say, we need your help to bring civilization or to go and work in another land for us to develop another land, we would have done it. They wouldn't have had to force us. If they had come with respect and if they had come with love, we would have found a way. But nevertheless, history gave us the opportunity to implant Africa everywhere. Africa is in the Caribbean. Africa is in Central America. Africa is in South America. Africa is in North America. Africa is in Europe. Africa is in Asia. We have created a new experience. We have created multiple expressions of what it is to be an African today. Just look around you. Look around you and look how beautiful we are. Our cuisine, our colors, our different hair textures, our way of dressing, our accents, our music. We have multiplied. We have multiplied. This is the Africa we have today. It's not an Africa that stays on the continent, just pray to let people come in and exploit us, but it's an Africa that has children that will watch her back everywhere. This is what we have accomplished. Despite the terror, despite the abuse, despite the centuries working in forced labor camp, because yes, I will not call them plantations. They were not plantations. They were forced labor camp. I will not call my ancestors slave. Never. We were never slave. We were free people. Captured, kidnapped, kept in captivity without our will, which is, to my knowledge, a crime. So we were victims of a crime, but never slave. We were never born slave. So this is something I want you to take away from your vocabulary. If you're going to say something, say enslaved, say captive, say kidnapped, say deported, say whatever you want, but do not claim slave as an adjective or a noun that it relates to who you are or who you come from. Never. Do not wait for somebody else to come and save you. You don't need no saving. You are all there is. You are equipped with everything. You are equipped with all you need to shine your brightest light. You need you to save thyself. You need to know thyself to save thyself. We are equipped fully. If you see that I cut myself now, what will happen? I will have the scab, the blood will, coagulate. I'm equipped. My body is equipped to self-repair. So is my soul. We are equipped to self-repair. It only depends on our beliefs. What do you believe you are? The cost of knowing the truth was our life. And I'm going to give you an example if you don't know about Congo. I know I have Congo people here. Raise your hand, Congo people. Congo, Kinshasa. And all of you should have raised your hand by now. You haven't checked yourself yet? Everybody's from the Congo. Come on. Congo, oh yeah! Oh yeah. Congo, oh yeah! Congo, oh yeah! I want you to say, oh yeah. Congo, oh yeah! Congo, oh yeah! Congo, oh yeah! Caribbeans, oh yeah! America, oh yeah! Africa, UK, oh yeah! Africa, America, oh yeah! Africa, Europe, oh yeah! All the African here, oh yeah! Okay, everybody's Congo. Congo is the heart of Africa. So everybody with a loving heart is from Congo. We have to know our history for a reason. We have to know our history not so we can be angry and stay with the anger. We have to know our history so we can be angry and move with our anger. Move with it. Not stay with it and do nothing, but move with it. So we can get out of the darkness that fear has put us in. Congo lost about 3 million people during enslavement time, during the human trafficking time. Let's put the right words where they belong. That was human trafficking. That was not a slave trade. There was no trading going on. We lost about 3 to 4 million people. And if you don't know, for every single human being that actually left the continent of Africa, 9 died defending him. 9 died defending him, which means imagine the number of people lost to families, lost to communities. Imagine how that affected our lives in Africa. Don't think it's a game. It is not. We will overcome any challenge, but first, we need to be together. How are we together? Events like this, wonderful. Marketplace, everybody is joyful. We are beating drum. We are talking to each other. This is one. Great. But that's not the most important. What draws you to each other is when you cultivate the spirit of Ubuntu. Ubuntu. I am because you are. When I have the understanding that we are completely and absolutely interconnected to each other, then our spirit will realign with our true purpose of greatness. Ubuntu requires us to understand that the element that constitutes who we are is composed of the entire creation. So I exhort you, my sisters, my brothers, my elders, my mothers, my fathers, to really look into yourself and ask to reconnect with that fundamental piece that makes you unique. The Ubuntu, the love of self through the love of others. Cultivate it. Get information about who you are. We have a long task ahead, a big task ahead. We have little prince and princesses. And if you notice, I bow in front of the child that was calling with the whistle. Did you see that? That little king? I bow in front of him because those are the ancestors who have come back. And he was calling for calm, for peace. He was calling for us to get together. So if we don't respect our future, do we have any business talking about consciousness at all? We have a beautiful but difficult task ahead for the future of our children. Because if you noticed, this civilization here is pretty much reached pinnacle. We are complaining about lack of about pollution, eventually lack of clean water that will come soon, lack of oxygen, pollution all over the place. what kind of world we're going to prepare for ourselves. And it's not even enough. We have created weapons of mass destruction that can truly, literally blow up this planet several times. So isn't this the signs that we have accomplished our goal into civilizing, so-called? But this is a poor result when we have so much inequality in the world and we have put our planet in danger. So I exhort you. We are the civilization builders. And with this melanin comes responsibility. With this crown that you are all wearing comes great responsibility. And responsibility is scary because you are now accountable. You can no longer say, it's because of them. Take charge. Stand proud. Wear your crown. Dig in. Find the spirit of Ubuntu. Share it. Grow. Manifest your power. Manifest your light. Thank you very much. By the way, I have my book. Can you grab my book? I have a book in the activity books that are presented today by Andrew and the Black History activity book. There is, for the first time, a living history figure, which is myself. And trust me, I am blown away to see something like that. And I'm signing those books over here, and of course to the people who actually made and produced this book. Andrew, thank you so much. You did something amazing. This is the first time something like that has been done for me, and I'm so honored. And if you want the book it's an activity book, it's fun. It can start conversation with our little ones. There's a bunch of things that the kids can do in here, and it can start a conversation about Africa and who they are. So we have a big job. We have to take our kids to the next level. Thank you so much. Thank you.
What I got as soon as I walked through the door, which is an enormous sense of pride and congratulations to the people who made today happen. We're here in Birmingham, and it's great to see the black community out here in force. We got babies being carried, newborn babies, alongside great grandmothers. But I'm loving it. It's fantastic. Very, very positive, uplifting event. Fantastic sights, sound, smells, beautiful people, all celebrating the black experience. My brother is actually runs a business called Adinkra, so I'm here primarily to support him.
Well, I met Andrew about New Year's at an event, and he told me about he was doing this one. I missed last year's event, and he said it's going to be the biggest thing ever. So I said to him, look, I'm going to be there. And we've kept in touch. He's a lovely guy, very hard-working guy. And I said I wouldn't miss it for the world, man. So lots of other people there trying to play trade in a friendly environment. That's what we like. There's not often a platform for start-up businesses and small businesses to showcase what they do to other people. It's not represented in the media very much, so we kind of have to do it for ourselves by events like this. So they really help spread the word, you know.
But another friend of mine, a guy called Gary Stewart, runs a black history charity called Reconnect, just trying to redress the balance in terms of, propagating the black experience, black history. So I heard about it through him. It's the first time here, and it's a wonderful event. The bottom line about business is that we have to find a way of embedding black business within the community, but within revenue generation. But also, those people that are making it need to bring other people through. So I think what events like this show is that we're stronger as a community. Those who have made it or who are emerging need to bring other young people through and create experiences that not only black people can enjoy, but also products and services that other members of the community, Asian and white members of the community, can experience as well. It's great to see the whole community out to support an event which does support black business, but it also talks about black history. We are here, we've always been here, so we've got to celebrate that and celebrate each other, because divided we fall.
I've done the event last year, which was amazing. It was beautiful, sold out, powerful, and I've just always wanted to support Andrew. Told him this year it's going to be even better, so this is why I've come out as well, to support him, support my brand, and just speak to the community as well.
It doesn't really push the black image in a positive way. So here you get to actually see other people that look like you, you know, doing things which you may aspire to do yourself, and to see it is a great thing because it helps you with your vision. If you have the vision to do something, then you can definitely achieve it. I love the energy, I love the people. It's great to be here, it's a blessing. Connecting with people, meeting people, showing people, you know, where we are, who we are, and just connecting really. Love it.
I've already come in and seen black business, black enterprise, and I guess that's what I was wanting to be part of. I think being part of those sorts of things, it really reminds you and gives you a real understanding and value for what we're doing and what this event is about, I believe. It's really just seeing us network, seeing us communicate with each other, and just display our brilliance, you know, display our culture at its highest form. I'm looking forward to there's so much here today, so yeah, looking forward to all of it.
I'd watched some of the videos from his previous events and it looked amazing, and I thought, you know what, I need to be part of this. I just think it's amazing because it's something we really rarely see, and I think to have such a big event in such a great place, I just hope it just gets bigger and better and the word spreads and more, because there's thousands of black businesses out there, but it's like they just don't hear of these things. So, you know, hopefully this will be a marker and next year will be better.
It's absolutely amazing, it's wonderful, the atmosphere, the people, it's such a positive vibe, everybody coming together, and I think that's what's been missing from our community for quite a while. So it's nice to have this event to celebrate our culture and our history and just bringing us together as a family, as one. A day like this is important because a lot of people forget what people do in their businesses, so it's a chance for people to sell themselves and to showcase their talents, what they can do. And I think a lot of people haven't got shops, and it's really hard to open a shop for your business, so it's really important that we can showcase what we've got and share our ideas and our brands and our businesses. So we need to be our biggest support to move on as a community. If we can't support each other, then we're not going to go very far, and that's what's missing, is the support from each other. So this is a way of helping each other to be bigger and better and move forward. That's really amazing what he's done, the books, the brand, and just going worldwide with it and trying to remind everybody that Black History Month is not just a month, it's something that we should celebrate every day. We should celebrate ourselves and our history every day. So it's amazing what he's done.
And doing something like this lets us have our own foundation, something that's ours. We get to create the content and we get to create the narrative. So having everybody here who's on the same page is amazing, and also being able to support small businesses to get the recognition for the time and effort that they're putting in to make their brand unique. There's so many stores, and I've literally only got to see the small section where I'm at, but I just want to go around and look at everyone's creativity, look at everyone's passion, and see like the stories as well, because everybody has a story to why they created what they've created. So I just want to see what everyone's about.
I think it's important that you have crystals at events and you have spiritual healers at events, because there are people who are feeling the resonance of this, and so it's nice to have something for everyone to connect with. Just to have the energies present as well, it helps to clear out any negative energy in the space so that we can invite more of the high vibration around us. So it's nice to be flexible, versatile, and have a bit of everything, and I'm honoured to be here. We are now coming together as a Black community. Almost it feels like a communal living. It's just an honour to be in the presence of so many beautiful, empowering Black people, and to know that we're raising the vibration of the planet, and we're raising the vibration of our culture, raising our children with more of this wonderful knowledge and information. And so we need this coming together so we can showcase what we've got and just inspire people. So it's important, it's empowering, and it's enlightening. I missed last year's event, I heard so much about it, so I said this year I'm definitely getting down here, and I'm so happy to be here, see a few of the old heads, but I've met a whole bunch of new people, so I'm going to get round to stores and checking them out. Liverpool representing Northwest, we're coming down here, yes. Every time I come to events like this, we see some outstanding products from all our people, what we make, and this is one of the biggest venues that I've ever been to see so many people, so I'm hoping I can sell and buy at the same time, and just have a good time and embrace all the good vibes. It's been lovely already.
Biggest Black History marketplace in the UK for the second year running, because I was also here last year. So I'm very happy to be part of the event. And I think Andrew's doing a great job to bring all these different artists together for the one day, so that people can come to the big marketplace and come and see the range of cultural products that's on offer for the day.
Being a new brand, I was like looking for different venues to promote my product. And then I came across the Black History activity books. I didn't even know about them. I found out about them probably about 2 months ago or a month ago, and found out that they launched their first one last year here in Birmingham, and it was huge. And I figured, well, this was a very good place for me to exhibit my stuff. I'm all about education and history and culture, so that the main thing behind it with the books was a good thing for me. And yeah, it's a good event. And you got a lot of key speakers here, people that I follow anyway, so very, very good.
I had to definitely come and support Andrew's event all the way from London. I've come down for the day. I knew that it would be a great event. Lots of stalls, people that I can support from now till whenever, and a great way to promote my business as well. I love planting hearts. But yeah, I'm on here on the promoting heritage stall, bookstore. And I just thought it would be great to come. Also, it's nice having people from the northern part of the UK as well. I think that's great. It's something that's very close to the heart for me, and it's been able to, I'm able to support the community in a great way, and also the fact that there's been so much stores brought together, it really brings joy to my heart.
It's really good. I think a lot of people have come, and I think it's a positive outcome, and it will be good to do things in the future. Like, it's just, I definitely